Chapter 5 The Battle Between Good and Evil Within.
Hello and welcome to the Peaceful Mind channel. In our series, our aim is to achieve the ideal mind and heart through meaningful change. Let us first revisit the concepts we have discussed so far. First, we focused on developing awareness of the ego that tries to control and direct us. Next, we examined the mind, a precious asset we possess, followed by the heart, which holds equal depth and value. Now, we turn our attention to the constant internal struggle within ourselves. As before, we will focus not on scientific descriptions of the human brain or neuroscientific explanations of desires and decision making, but rather on the metaphysical roots of these phenomena. Human survival and reproduction are driven by the ego. While actions like breathing are autonomous, other activities depend on human will. In all basic actions, we are guided by pleasure, relaxation, or the avoidance of discomfort. This mechanism may seem similar to that of animals, but the human ego grows stronger when indulged. The ego craves endless gratification. If we always prioritize its desires, we fall under its control. So, what provides balance in this situation? As mentioned in earlier chapters, it's the union of mind and heart. The struggle referenced in our title is this very conflict, the alliance of mind and heart resisting the ceaseless demands of the ego. But this isn't merely a duel between two forces. Each side has powerful supporters. Let us now examine a new concept, inner voices. Two inner voices influence this fight. The first, which aids the ego, is termed insinuations. Its source, as discussed earlier, is Satan. The second inner voice, which supports the heart, is called inspiration. It originates from an angel, the antithesis of Satan. Let us first examine the nature of Satan. Satan constantly attempts to lure every human being toward his path through subtle and deceptive whispers. He sets spiritual traps within our inner world by reinforcing destructive desires and manipulative suggestions. At the same time, his influence can manifest in the external world through physical temptations we encounter on websites, in stores, or on the street. Crucially, we must understand that Satan's involvement is not confined to abstract thoughts or invisible realms. His influence can take concrete form through people. We could explore more deeply in later series. On the other side of the conflict stands the internal voice of goodness and truth. What we call inspiration is the divine prompting that encourages right action. This voice is a powerful ally of the mind and the heart. The most effective way to benefit from this inner guidance is to sincerely seek the truth and desire to choose what is right. This voice of inspiration is a divine aid granted to help us succeed in our moral and spiritual tests. We should try to understand the struggle within us with the concept of trial that we mentioned in the previous sections. The concept of trial makes the fight between ego and heart meaningful. The key point for the result of the test to be on a fair ground is that the sole determinant in this struggle is our will. Willpower is like a ruler with viziers lined up on the right and left. Both sides express their ideas and try to persuade, but the final decision rests with the ruler. Now consider a chaotic scenario. Imagine a store filled with valuable goods is being looted. People are running in and taking whatever they can. In this situation, the ego might say, "There's no risk of getting caught. Everyone else is taking something, I should grab one and get out of here." However, in a mature person, the mind and heart will oppose this idea. The first option is to be complicit in the crime by following the desires of the ego and the Satan. The other option involves empathy for the shop owner or adherence to moral principles, leading one to walk away. This is a good example to understand the subject, but may seem like a very extreme situation. It's important to understand that anyone who adopts a belief or ethical system becomes bound by many more rules. Therefore, this person has to make decisions in his inner struggle many times a day. The critical question in any decision should be, what defines right and good, and by whose standard? We should not forget that we must first have the correct information to be sure that what we think is right is really right. From humanity's earliest days, knowledge of good, evil, right and wrong has been defined through divine messages. Even in our era of rapid scientific advancement, this reality remains valid. The inner struggle will continue throughout our lives. The ego offers fleeting pleasures like straw fires, bright but short-lived. The heart promises inner peace and a true sense of freedom. By nurturing our mind and heart with truth, we can prevail in this battle, achieving mastery over the ego. A final note. Do these metaphysical concepts seem abstract or confusing to you? If so, remember this. You can't test everything we've discussed on yourself in your daily life, especially when you're faced with a decision. Try to observe the different voices within you. Notice your ego's endless desires and what your inner voice whispers in response. All it takes is a bit more attention and intentional awareness. By developing awareness of the reality of life that is full of struggle, we have now completed the 5th step on our journey toward change. See you in the next chapters. Stay peaceful.
Ego drives like a hungry king. Its endless wants make pleasure sing. But mind and heart unite, take wing against the chains that cravings bring. Two voices battle deep inside. One pulls down, says run and hide. One lifts up, says stand up, ho. Will's the judge, the one in control. Sets traps on thought and street, flashing thrills that taste so sweet, while angels' promptings pure and fleet guide mind and heart to truth's clear beat. Seek what is right, embrace the light, resist the straw fire burning bright. This inner war, this lifelong fight, choose freedom, stick to the ultimate guide.